gigs. This is 87DYM. We'll be back with the next 5 minutes. Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm the host this evening. My name is Dave. Call letter is KD7UYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of radio amateurs that take to the airwaves with fast-cam television. We have a repeater located up on Cougar Mountain. We transmit on 70 centimeters. It's a crossband repeater, and it spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. We know the repeater seems to be working quite well. And the crossover is spitting out an image at 1.2 gig is spitting out a fairly decent image to see. So far, we have checked in KD7 2KU Ron, N7KC Lee, T7 HYB Gary. Is there anybody else who would like to check in?
WB7BHN. Only, and I've got a 1.2 downlink for video and no transmit tonight. K9PQ.
WB7BHN.
WB7BHN, we got you. We got Bob, K9PQ. WU7N. And let's see, I saw a flash of something coming across. There's somebody else trying to check in. Well, hearing none, we'll get underway. We'll utilize the 08 repeater for our voice channel for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. 31 January 2018, starting off in a new year. So let's go to Ron, KD7 QKU.
Okay, thank you very much, Dave.
Audio level's a little low for some reason tonight, Ron, with a little 60-cycle hum on it.
Okay, I switched antennas. Does that sound better?
100% better, full quieting.
Okay, well, it's just one of those, whatever it is that happens over here with this repeater. I saw those black and white bars, Dave. I saw them earlier. I almost saw them when the repeater ID'd. I don't know if there's any connection between it or not. But anyway, I did see them, and then they were just on a minute ago. So I don't know if it's interference or what it is. Okay, let's go to Lee.
Okay, N7KC, Port Angeles. Good evening to the crew. I was messing around here and I didn't get everybody's name written down, so I'm just going to say good evening to everybody. I have a little bit of video and a little bit of a show and tell here, but I'll just forego that the first time around. And, something else I should be doing here, I think, is cutting down my computer audio here. Okay, anyway, with that, I'm going to send it back to Net. Yep, good to have you back, Dave. This is N7KC, Port Angeles.
Well, thank you, Lee, N7KC, and Gary, K7 HYB. Go ahead. K7 HYB. Gary, are you out there? Well, Gary signed on and he had about a P4 plus pictures this evening, black and white. I don't know if he's got an issue with his radio or something with tone. So we'll pass Gary and go to Jim. WB7BHN.
WB7BHN. Well, I got something on the streaming tonight, and was looking pretty nice. Ron's signal was, as usual, always good in there. And somebody else up there now, I can't remember put the names for the right faces and mention. I'll get everybody figured out. But I'm going a lot better. I got that stent out, and all the pain went away, so I'm about back to normal until the next time. And I guess they're going to try the lithotripsy on me next time and not do the same procedure the doctor did this time. But they totally disorganized in the doctor's office. They were supposed to take the stent out, and the doctor tried to send me out without him doing it. And I asked him if they were going to do it, and I'll let this thing drop. And he thought that his assistant had already done it, and they were going to send me out of it with the stent still in, and the stent was causing all the problems. It was causing all the pain I was having. So I got him to take it out anyway, and felt a whole lot better afterwards. So I hope we don't have to have one of them darn things again. It's like sticking a stone up there. It makes things hurt twice 10 times as bad as it did before I had it. So I'm hoping I don't have to have that again. So with that, we'll turn it back to net. WB7BHN.
WB7BHN. Yes, I guess you need to have something when you go into the doctor's office with some black ink or something on your forehead. Please remove the stent. So anyway, wishing you well, and I hope you have a speedy recovery from this. I heard that quite a procedure. Anyway, sharing that with everybody. Let's go on to Bob, K9PQ.
Well, good evening, Dave, and welcome back. And let me get this switched over here.
Your bars came up at 1.2.
Okay, let me get switched to the video signal. There we are. Well, good evening to everybody tonight, and let's see. Well, Dave, I'm not sure if you got the news or not, but I am changing jobs here. It's a big improvement for me. I won't be on call anymore. I'll get my nights and weekends back. Although, to tell the truth, it hasn't been bad lately, but you just never know. So that starts next week, and I'm looking forward to it. Outside of that, I did see Rob at the PSRG annual meeting. We talked a bit about the repeater and what sort of projects we have, where we are and where we're going, and we can talk more about that at the meeting this Saturday. But the general idea is getting the RF filtered, both on the AC power coming into our box and on the antenna feed lines themselves. So I'll leave it at that for now and send it back to you, Dave. K9PQ.
K9PQ. Bob, your picture is about a T5 coming across. Looks very good this evening, and the repeater seems to be doing a diligent job. So let's go to James, WU7N.
Well, good evening, Bob. I'm glad to hear that you have a job where you're going to get part of your life back. That's wonderful news. Jim, I'm glad to hear the extra parts have been removed and that you're feeling much better. That's really good news. I was trying to get a simple prescription done at a new pharmacy today, and so I decided, well, I'll send a fax to the doctor's office, follow it up with a phone call. They called me back later. I go there to the pharmacy, and they've never heard of me. Dave, will be interesting to see what happens with, I believe it's Amazon and 2 other large companies moving into the healthcare business primarily for their own employees, at least to start with. It'll be interesting to see where all that goes. Anyway, that's the rain has been continuous, Dave, in case you've been out of town, and we're in for more. So I guess that's what it's going to be until spring arrives. But beautiful full moon last night. I really enjoyed that. It's supposed to be, I think, 17% brighter. Or maybe 7% brighter and 17% larger, I forget. Anyway, that's what's been going on while you're gone. So anyway, back to you, Dave. This is James, WU7N.
WU7N, James, glad to hear from you this evening. This is Dave, formerly known as the Desert Rat, down in Arizona. Temperatures in the last week, 80 plus. Man, it was like coming to winter when I got here yesterday. Some of the excitement down there was out for a walk, and a big bobcat crossed the trail about 150 feet in front of me and kept going, so I didn't have to interface with that. But the weather has been spectacular the last few weeks down there. I guess I could say I've almost had a complete 2018 summer here to Seattle with about 5 weeks of great sunshine. So anyway, that's what's happening here. Getting organized a little bit. Got a ton of paperwork to go through tomorrow and dig out some mail, and I guess it's about time to start separating stuff for the tax mail. So that's what I've been up to today. I'm getting food and kind of organizing things. Got the car going today, and everything's charged up and works fine. I held charge pretty well for 6 weeks, and I gave it a dose of charge power, and it cleared up 100% within about 20 minutes. So batteries seem to be taking a pretty good charge and keeping with it over a period of time. So that was kind of interesting. So that's what I've got to say here, and I'll take a break. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. And is there anybody else who would like to check into the net?
I'm back.
Well, Mr. Back for C7HYB. Why don't you go ahead, Gary, and then we'll bring you up again on rotation.
Well, I don't, somebody doubled with me. There's somebody else trying to check in K7HYB. I heard something in the background there when you were talking, Dave, and so... Anyway, this is Kilowatt 7 Hotel Yankee Bravo. Good evening, everybody. Let me throw my carrier up here. There we go. There's my call sign. And there's the mugshot. Good evening, all. We're getting caught up ourselves. We've been down for quite a long time, about a week and a half with the flu and a cold, and hardly didn't get anything done. Didn't get out of the house or anything like that, so we're trying to catch up. I was out most of the day taking care of errands that I was trying to get done while that I was supposed to get done while I was sick. So anyway, that was an error, and I'm still working on a couple of issues, but I'm starting to get caught up, and I didn't come around the first time on my turn because I had to return a phone call from a customer, so that kind of took up priority, and I figured I wouldn't be missed too bad anyway. So welcome home, Dave. I hope you had a good time in Arizona. And it sounds like it got mixed a little bit. Let me drop it here. There we go. There's the beep. So I guess I reset it. So anyway, I won't keep it too long. Let's go around. I'll let it get back to you, and you can move it on to the next group. KD
and the Amateur Television Society Net. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel Yankee Bravo.
Thanks for that, Gary. Well, with the economy on the boom, I guess if you start selling stocks, you could be a rich man before the year is over. Let's go up to Ron, KD7, KU.
Okay, well, thank you, Dave. And I forgot to say welcome back. Nice to have you back, that's for sure. Let's see. I guess today, my neighbor has cedar trees behind me. They're right up against the fences. They're big. They must be 60, 80 feet tall. And when the wind blows out of the south, it just blows all their debris all over them. So they've done this last 2 or 3 windstorms. So today I went out and run the lawnmower over most of it, tried to pick it up. And I mowed most of the back lawn, and then I mowed all the front lawn. And tried to rake up, the leaves away from stuff and run the lawnmower over. So it got me found that the yard looks good. There's lots of leaves and stuff out there in the beds that need to be cleaned up. So then Joanne went out later in the afternoon and cut off some of the dead stuff in the back from the plants and clean that up. So that's what I did. Well, before the net, Lee was telling me that he had tried to make contact with Chandler's wife. So maybe when it's his turn, maybe he can comment on that. So let's see. Let's go to Lee.
Okay. N7KC. I'm Lee up here in Port Angeles. Yeah, let's see. I did. Over the weekend, I called Chandler's wife and left a voicemail about some of our equipment that's down at Chandler's place, and then subsequently talked to Jim Shea about it. Let's see. We had a power outage this morning, about 45 minutes. I think it was about 7:30, and bingo, everything dropped. And so I scurried around unplugging TVs and all the standard things you need to do, the microwave and this and that. They were sensitive to power coming back on. And after it didn't come on for, about 40 minutes, I said, so let's hop in the car and run up on the hill on 10th and see if it's general, if it's just localized to our area or if it's the whole city. And we got in the car and didn't go a block and we saw lights on. We came home and ours were on. So I don't know why. I tried to find out why, but that seems to be pretty tough to do. Probably in maybe tomorrow's paper I'll be able to read about it. Let's see, what else? Yesterday was a stunning day here. The outside temperature was 52. Our sunroom got up to about 82. Not a cloud in the sky. It rained in the morning. We got a quarter inch in the morning. Then the clouds went away. We had blue sky and really nice, bright, warm sun. It was quite a treat. We've got an arborist coming. We thought he was coming yesterday, but it looks like it's going to be the first of the week to ascertain the health of some of our, in fact, all of our trees here. We have about 15 trees on our quarter acre. And I'm suspect about our cedars. I think they're in the stages of dying, or they're very sick or something. Anyway, I hate to think of having to take them down. It's a very expensive deal. So we're going to have an expert come in and advise us. And I see I'm at 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and the consequences of going much longer are dire. So I'm going to send it back to Ned. So from Port Angeles, this is N7KC Lee. Go ahead, Dave.
Thanks for that, Lee. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. And we had Gary, but we got him back in rotation now, so we'll take him again. K7HYB, take him up.
KD7ZYM and the group K7HYB. Well, I wasn't terribly prepared. But that's okay. Yeah, it's the signal coming from the live signal coming from the repeater tonight on my side of the 1.2 gig link here is not very good. But then, you know, what can I say? There. Let me give you the mug shot. And I got my glasses on tonight so I can read. I got a project sitting in front of me here that I'm looking at. And so we'll see how things go. And not too bad on the streaming. Get the light a little better. You can recognize me. Let me give you the wide shot here. There, maybe you can see the call sign on the call sign license plate in the background. So don't have too much this go around. I'll make it short because I had my turn before. But if I didn't say so, welcome back, Dave. And we're glad to see you, and I hope we can make contact with Chandler's significant other there and find out what we need as far as getting our equipment back. Whether we need anything terribly important or not, it's hard to say. Anyway, back to you, Dave. I'll build up more information for the next go-around. KD7QKU, or KD7ZYM, I'm sorry, KD7HYB.
K7HYB, and everything seems to be receiving pretty good up at the repeater site, and actually I'm getting about almost a P5 picture here in Lake City coming off of the 1.2 transmission. They're looking very, very good this evening. And let's go down south to Jim, WB7BHN.
WB7BHN. Well, I'm getting quite a few of this on the internet tonight, and got pretty nice looking pictures. Some of you. It stops and buff every once in a while to catch up, and then I've got about 50% motion and 50% waiting for it to buffer and catch up. There must be quite a few people on the internet, but it's better than this sometimes, so I shouldn't complain too much. Well, besides my sewer system, the septic tank here is having problems. I gotta have it come pumped, and guys coming out to rejuvenate the drain field in it next week. So maybe we'll get all the sewer system problem corrected here. I hope I don't have to have a new drain field. And so far, it looks like they can rejuvenate the one I got and see how it is, and maybe we'll be all right with it. But the darn tank is overflowing with water, and gets so bad that the toilet won't flush some of the time. So I decided I had to have something done about it. And when I get it dug up, at least I'll know where I got to put the ditches in for the new drain field if I have to have one. And I'm kind of hoping they don't. But that's the way it goes, I guess. It's been in there for 20 years, and the first time I had any real problem with it, so I shouldn't complain too much. And with that, we'll turn it back to that WB7BHN.
WB7BHN, Jim. Well, let's move on to Bob, P9PQ.
Okay, very good. Let me get it switched over. Okay. First of all, Jim, I didn't mention the time before. Glad to hear you got the stint out and everything's doing better. And, you know, that is kind of crazy about the doctors, the communication and everything. I think, you know, they say you need to sort of be responsible for your health care more than ever before, because, you know, instead of having the one doctor that sort of did it all and rarely went to specialists, now you go to specialists at the drop of a hat. Your primary care physician seems to be, you know, someone for the annual checkup and then send you to specialists. And that's about it. So Yeah, I've got dealing with some of that myself, various different things in the healthcare system where I've had to sort of take charge a little bit more than I would like to, but that's a story for another time. As far as Lee, as far as Chandler, I talked about that with Rob as well, and he mentioned the equipment that's down there, and I mentioned also I've got equipment of his here that I would like to get back to his place. Again, maybe this Saturday would be a good time to discuss that, but I'd like to actually get something done there. So I'll leave it at that for this turn, and good to I'll say generally hi. Good to see Ron on there. Really nice signal tonight, Ron, and Gary, a good signal from you as well. I think one of your better ones, at least that I've seen. No color, but when the close-up of your face was really quite clear. Not so much when it widened out. Okay, back to you, Dave. K9PQ.
K9PQ, thanks for that. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm your host, Dave, 87CYS. To get a blunder and passed over James on the last round. WW7ATS, please come back.
Well, that's okay, Dave. Fit me in wherever it's convenient. Go ahead.
Well, you got the winning lottery ticket.
Okay. Well, I had a minor audio problem, so I didn't quite hear everything that was said on the last round. I heard something about going up to the site and discussing that this Saturday, so I look forward to that discussion. I've got some Saturday time free now, so if you needed someone else to come up and assist or hold a flashlight or something, I would be available. Look forward to the meeting this Saturday, and I will probably be Skyping in. So really appreciate you hosting that again. And I guess that's all I have for this pass. Let me just say, though, my goodness, Jim, problems with kidney stones and now septic tank problems. You really have an exciting life down there this winter. I hope it gets better. Best wishes there. This is WU7N. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks for that, James. Yes, for Jim, WB7M does seem to be plumbing problems that are being slowly taken care of. But on top of it all, it will all probably come out pretty good, we hope. So let's move up to the top to Russ, KD7, CKU. Seeing some nice pictures, huh?
Thank you, Dave. This is KD7, CKU. Yeah, I just thought I'd fill in with some video. This was taken a few weeks ago. It was a beautiful day, so we went over to the, I got a senior moment, to the park there in Renton. And up there in the sun and walked around a bit and taken in the sight. You can see there were some guys out there, a couple of kayaks, one of them trying to put up a sail. And they have this beautiful dock there that makes a loop, and then it goes over by Ivers, and you go over there and have lunch and whatnot. The only bad thing about down there is they have not as many geese as they used to, but they still have quite a few geese, so you have to be careful where you walk, especially if you have tennis shoes on, you get the crud in the soles of the tennis shoes, and you can't really get it out. But it was absolutely gorgeous, kind of a spring-like day, and we enjoyed the time down there. Oh, and I was going to say, Dave, you're going to have to start taking your video camera with you, and you could, you see some of those animals, like bobcat or something, you could maybe get a picture of them and show us. You could show us the trail you walk on. And you're always saying thanks for everything. I was trying to get Joanne went for a walk, and this path was over there in the trees, and I was trying to get a picture of her, but I couldn't find her. So anyway. All right, well, maybe enough of this, so I'll turn it over to Lee.
Okay, I think Ron said that he had passed it over to me. I see I'm up on the stream now, so what I'm going to do, I got to keep my stopwatch in kind of view here. We have a very nice Sears electrostatic air cleaner, and like a $400 unit. And the darn thing, we've had it 8 years, a little over 8 years, and it's still working. So of course, I pour into it, and I was going to try to show you here where you can see on the. I'm kind of watching the stream over there, but anyway, underneath that 5-watt resistor there, it's all black and so forth, and so that's the power supply. That's the primary power supply for the digital logic in there. And these other TO5 or TO, what are the? Oh shoot. Can't even remember the number on those things. Anyway, those must be set switches of some kind to turn on various gadgets down. But anyway, the problem, I think, is associated here. I just took a cursory look, and I haven't found anything really wrong with the circuitry yet. And of course, I can't buy that part. I've tried that circuit card. And so I did do a schematic. It's simple enough I could just jot it down today. So I'm going to take a crack at fixing it myself. Otherwise, we're going to have to trash our very expensive air cleaner. Let's see, a minute and 45 seconds into this now. I do have a little bit of video. I don't know whether I've got time to... Oh, heck, what the heck, I'll give it a try. See how fast I can share a screen here. Okay. I'll get the stream up here and see if I can see this. I'm going to start this little video here. This is kind of fun. I haven't seen it come up on the... There it is.
Video seems to be locked up, but we did see the ball going around on the outside loop there with the cat really looking at it.
N7KC disconnected. Connected N7KC.
Link disconnect happened there. So in the meantime, let's go to Gary, K7HYB.
Yeah, the alligator got him, I think. Yeah. Let's see if I'm make sure I'm not stepping on somebody here. Okay. KD7ZYM, K7HYB, and yeah, that was interesting seeing what Lee was putting on there, and let me get the. Whoa! There we go. That's better. Yeah, it's kind of interesting what Lee was putting on there, and Lee, I talked to you. I mentioned to you the last time. The last night I was on about possibly getting your drone out and getting out over to Port Angeles Bay there and to see what's really going on in the world. I got a drone for Christmas, and I'm going to try and get some weather, get some good weather out here, and try to take a picture of my surrounding area so that we can compare some shots here. That's what I'm looking at anyway. We'll see how that works out. Let's see, I got the video gain. Got the video gain turned almost all the way up here, so. And Bob, for some reason or another, I didn't see any video from you on the tail end. Maybe I missed you. It's hard to say. But that's just a comment for you. And what else was going to comment on here? Not much, and I'm glad to hear that Rochester Jim has got his kidney stones taken care of. I hope you don't have to have a repeat there with the septic tank problem. That can be a problem when you've got when you have problems, other kinds of problems there. So not much at this time. I'll pass it back, and I had a couple other notes here I made, but I'll pick them up the next time. Back to you, Dave, KG7ZYM, K7HYB.
K7HYB, this is KG7ZYM. So let's move down south to Jim, WB7BHN.
This is WB7BHN. Well, I don't remember who it was, but somebody mentioned you got to keep an eye on all these doctors because they send them off to specialists and everything. But they didn't have to do that. And the doctor that I'm going to, the urologist, he's booked up clean into March, so he set me up an appointment for the 20th of March to come back to see him. And then he forgot all about the stones in the left kidney. I had to mention them to him before he realized that it wasn't done yet. They had to do the stones in the left kidney, but he decided to do lithotripsy this next time, so I won't have to have the stent. I don't think. My brother had the lithotripsy done, and he said it's not much pain to it at all. It's a lot better set up, and he had the procedure with the stent done, and he had a lot of trouble with his stent also. So I'm going to go the lithotripsy route the next time and hope it's less painful to let this thing reset. And the doctor that I'm going to, he's so busy he can't hardly keep track of everything that's going on. He was looking at my information on the computer and just missed the fact that I had 2 stones in the left kidney I had to deal with. There's 2, but I think the problem is he's just got more to do than he can really handle. And when you got to schedule people for appointments a month and a half out, it's pretty busy. I guess I can forgive him for that as long as I keep track of what's going on. Other than that, like that. So that will turn back to that
WB7BHM. This is KG7ZYM. Well, I do understand the doctor things. I learned about 2 years ago. Call up, make a confirmation that you have an appointment, and also discuss what is supposed to happen during that appointment. And it seems to make it a little bit of a non-surprise when you arrive. Anyway, that's been my experience. So let's go to Bob, G9PQ. G9PQ, Bob.
N7QO.
Well, there's a welcome sound. N7QO, go ahead.
Hi, Dave. Hi, everyone. Don't know what happened to Bob. Maybe he got a phone call or something. In fact, that's why I'm a bit late to the net. I was chatting on the phone with Rob until about half an hour ago, and then just kind of waiting to get in here. Rob said to say hi to everyone. Let's see here. Heard about kidney stones, heard about a septic tank. I saw the beginnings of a cat doing something. Good pictures from Ron. Good to see you again, Dave. I wish I were able to transmit a picture now. Reset. Let's see. Jim, yeah. Problems with doctors. You said something about drugs. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, I'm in a position where I can either transmit or receive, but they are from different locations. I'm working on trying to get that taken care of. I've been having some problems. It's like, okay, what equipment do I buy? And unfortunately, this has taken a back seat to several other things. We do need to look into getting equipment. I was going to contact Chandler's wife. Lee, I have not received an email from you as of yet. I heard you mention something about power out. Let's see, reset. And also, it seems to me we had a list somewhere, and I'm not sure who has it, of what equipment was loaned out, who borrowed what, or who has what, where club property is located. If anyone knows about that, maybe that would be a good thing to, if no one knows about that, maybe get that figured out this weekend. I will almost certainly not be there at the meeting. I guess that's it for now. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, I've been sort of the gatekeeper of who's got what. WW7ATS has transmitter, receiver, and a couple of antennas on loan, but outside of that, everything else seems to be in. Rob did get a couple of 70-centimeter antennas that he was experimenting with, and that's where we stand on equipment at this point.
Okay, I was thinking specifically of what Chandler might have. Go ahead.
We had a plethora of stuff over at Ron's house, and he came in and picked out, maybe a dozen items of things relatively very little value, and took them to his place for safekeeping.
Okay, taken to Ron's house for safekeeping?
No, they went to Chandler's house for safekeeping.
Okay. Well, if we can figure out what those things might be, I'll see what I can do. Thanks.
A lot of them were outdated transmitter receivers that were defective and badly needed repair.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks. N7QO.
Okay, so let's go to Jim. N7QO. I'm sorry. WU7N James.
Okay, Dave, I'll take it. One thing I was going to interject here, I didn't really understand the difference between a cougar and a mountain lion. And I brought that up at Renton Fish and Game, and I guess maybe this applies to the Issaquah. And Sammamish area, I'm not sure, but it was explained to me the difference between a cougar and a mountain lion is one was 20 years old and one was 40 years old. So I don't know if that helps you in your identification of wildlife in Arizona or not. As far as bobcats are concerned, they're great when you have rabbit overpopulations. We had a bobcat pair in my neighborhood. We just were overrun with rabbits because, you know, they breed like, well, you know, like rabbits. And these two bobcats moved in and hunted the area out. And I learned that once they hunt an area out, then they move on to the next area. And I don't think anybody got their cell phone numbers or their LinkedIn address or emails or anything, because I'm sure at some point we'll want them to come back. I saw one rabbit just the other day, and I'm sure as soon as I see two, we'll have 20. Well, anyway, that's my view of the world here out my back door, and yeah, I do have a video transmitter, video antenna, and a piece of coax. It definitely belongs to the club, and I'll have to show you next Saturday some other stuff I have here. Some of it is broken, and so I don't know if that's club stuff or not. Anyway, this is James, WU7N. Back to you, Dave.
WU7N, James. Yeah, no, the other stuff you have were junker parts that we had, broken down transmitters. That was about it. This stuff was as is, where is. If you can do anything with it, enjoy it. Moving down again to myself. You know, the only thing that I haven't seen yet is a javelina, the wild pig that run around out in the area. So that was the only thing I haven't run across. There's a couple of black hawks up flying around 2 days ago. And man, I don't know what they were hunting, but the circular pattern looked like it was like almost a 5-block area. And then they come down low and then go back up high again. So they didn't come down and strike anything. And where I was at, they've got 4 cats. I think I was following that, kind of do a little cat setting every once in a while. The 4 cats now are 2 years old, and one of them likes to play catch. Not catch, but fetch. And he's got a little rubber ball that's probably about an inch in diameter. You toss it, and you'll go chasing after it. You catch it, he catches it, and tosses it up in the air, and then chases it around the living room, bounces it off walls, and then brings it back to you, and lays it down in front of you so you can go toss it off back, and you go chase it. And we played that game for about 45 minutes, and it wore me out. It didn't wear the cat out, but I noticed about an hour later he was taking a nice nap. The other cats do have some other toys that they just love to chase around. It's an all-tile floor, so everything moves pretty smooth, and it's a very, very large area that they can play in. So they certainly have fun with their toys. The other thing is the birdie on a string on a stick. Oh man, they can jump almost 5 feet straight up in the air to get that swinging device and play with it. So. Anyway, I'm really a dog guy, and the cat, I've got a slight allergy to it. So anyway, they will finally befriending me after a few weeks, deciding they like to keep me company. I get on a computer, especially like to walk across the keyboard and pick them up, put them down on the floor again, and boom, they're right back up again. So anyway, that's my experience. And this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on 87 CYM. So let's go to Ross, 87 PKU.
Okay, thank you. And hello out there to Jim Chase, 720. Well, let's see. The comment I would make about the equipment is that when George passed away and we were invited, back up to Cougar Mountain, we eventually installed all the repeater stuff that we had. that we'd had down in Seattle. And I think Chandler taken all of George's stuff and all of his stuff home. So I don't know if there was anything in that we want. I was just telling Lee a while ago, I think there was an exciter or something. For sure we'd probably like to have. But there's almost a complete other, amateur television station if we put it all together. I think all that stuff would be out of Chandler's. So, I don't know. Rob would almost know more about that than I do because he's probably the one that's taking it apart and put our stuff in its place. So anyway, let's see. What else can I say? I'm going to make some other comments. I forgot what it was. So let's just go over to Lee and we can see his cat pictures again.
Okay, well, I tried to wait on Echolink, in 7KC, Port Angeles. On Echolink, I'm not hearing the beep to tell me when the timer is reset. So I waited a good long time there, and I hope that I got it reset, because I think I must have tailgated wrong the last time. I have my stopwatch going, but I wasn't at 3 minutes yet, and I timed it out. Okay, I'm going to try one more time with a different video program here. I'm going to use VLC. So let's see if I can get this to go. Hang on here a second. This is this particular program. There we go. Now, okay, now I've got the stream up where I can see it too. Oh, it hung up. Look at that. Oh, let's begin it. Well, okay. Okay. I kind of give up. I'm not having very good luck here doing this. Anyway, okay. Well, yeah, I got a note here to send those photos to you, and I will do so. I didn't think I had any big hurry, but I'll make sure I get them to you probably later tonight after the net. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, Rochester Jim. I think the litho Tripsy sounds like a much more tolerable procedure than what you've undergone, for heaven's sake. My urologist here, now I've never had that issue, but she says they bring a tank around. They have a truck with a portable tank and they put them in, and she says those stones come out just about like sand. She said it does a wonderful job, and so I hope you get a good focus there. With that, I think I better quit. I'm almost 2 minutes and a half into it. So, from Port Angeles, this is N7KC with the ATV net, and back to Dave.
Thanks for that, Lee, N7KC, and we'll move on to Jerry, K7HYP.
87ZYM, K7HYB in the group. Yeah, I've been sitting here trying to get some work done here. I was going to offer a suggestion here. I'm sure that other people have thought of it, but I thought I'd put it out for the 2 bits worth here. Let me get the pretty cam here. There we go. That's better. Might be a good idea if we as a group try to help Chandler's widow maybe set up for the Throw-Up Fence Fest in March. That would be a good venue for her to possibly sell off some of that stuff that she's got there. She may not have any idea what she got and what it's worth and what it is. So, you know, that's just a thought. We can discuss that a little more on Saturday. I hope to make it Saturday. I'm not sure that I will for sure. I don't see any barriers at this point. Let me drop it here. Anyway, so that was my thought on that. And I've got a 1.2 gig down converter that Ron gave me. I don't know whether that was. You might make a comment on that. I repaired the power supply for it. I think Ron gave it to me, and I don't know whether that belongs to the club or not. So I thought I'd mention that too. And let's see. I had some other serious comments or non-serious comments to make, but well, we had plenty of bad weather here. Rain. We actually had hail about the size of a baby shot here the other morning. Yesterday morning we were going out the door. My wife was going to go out and do some shopping, and we had some hail. It was about the size of a baby shot. So we got some good stuff here. Anyway, back to you, Dave. Yeah, there's more. I don't know about the Cougar and the mountain lion. I think you're right, Ron, James, but I'm not sure. KD7ZYM, KD7HYB.
Comment.
Comments, go ahead. Hearing nothing, let's go to Gary, K7HYB. I guess we've been there, I'm sorry. We want to go to Jim, WB7BHN.
And this is WB7BHN, and it looks like it's about the end of the net, so I'm going to say my 73s, and I got some real nice images on the streaming here. Bunch of geese eating, and of course when they eat they got a crap all over the place too, so I wouldn't want to have to be out in the field that they're eating in there after them. They make an awful mess, but it's kind of nice to see them images come over the streaming anyway. One of these days I'm going to have to boot up Google Earth and see just whether I can get over these trees here by putting up about a 200-foot tower or something and putting antennas on the top of it, or just what it would take to get an antenna up so I could maybe receive and transmit from all the way down here up to the repeater. But I'll have to do that because I don't think the Google Earth holds the trees. If I'm supposed to have a line of sight, it would be good if I had an actual line of sight, but I don't think with the trees I really do. So that will say 73s to everybody, and have a nice evening, and we'll try to catch us again Saturday. WB7BHN.
Thanks for that. Let's see if Bob, K9PQ, is out there. And we still have Bob out, so let's go to N7QO. Jim?
N7QO. Well, thank you all for participating. Thank you for the pictures. And thanks for hosting the net, Dave. We'll see you all next time. Good night, all, N7QO.
Thanks for that. And following WU7N, James.
Dave, glad to have you back in town here. Everybody, thank you very much for the video. I will try to have something up by next Saturday. I got a physics problem I want to present to the group. Kind of an interesting one, but I think video is the perfect medium to explain it. So anyway, 73s everybody. Good evening. WU7N clear.
Thank you, WU7N. Anything from anyone before we terminate connect.
I'd make a comment to Gary. Gary, anything I gave you came from Lou. He was an old TV guy, so you can keep it. It came from Lou, 87QKU.
Thank you, Ron. 73 Suzette, K7HYB.
And this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, 87GYM. We'd like to thank the CTAC Repeater Group for allowing us to use the 08 machine for our voice channels on Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. So we'll be terminating the net now. 9 o'clock. This is Dave, 87GYM. Give me the
N7KC disconnected.
K7HYB, K7HYB. Gary, this is K7ITX, Richard in Kent.